Hello. That was a weird pause right there, wasn't it? A little strange. I was just like, hello. Um, but hi. Welcome to another stream. We're gonna be doing, you guessed it, some more sound design stuff today. Little little slow for today, but um, my phone is buzzing extremely loudly. Um, so this looks new, most likely, and that's because it is. I've been learning Reaper lately instead of using Ableton, mainly because, sorry, I'm adjusting my mic just a tad here so that it can be closer to me. Um, Mainly because a lot of places use Reaper, and I don't want to say I've never used it because obviously I have a full redesign right here, but um, I want to start getting more comfortable with Reaper, customizing it to my own liking, stuff like that. So right now, uh, I wanted to just show a little redesign that I made in Reaper like a week ago, I think, and then I could get into today's redesign that we're going to start working in, which is going to be in Reaper instead of Ableton. So it'll be a new process. It'll be a bit slower, a bit more cumbersome, maybe, just because I'm not quite used to these things, and I'll be looking up probably different ways of doing shortcuts and things like that and adding stuff. So if you're new to Reaper and you want to kind of know what it's like to start off by with using Reaper, this would probably be a good watch for you. Because I'm new to Reaper and I'm setting a bunch of new shortcuts and stuff like that myself right now. So and I need to remember a bunch of mine. But anyways, this is a redesign of Mortal Kombat that I did about a week ago to try and get used to Reaper a bit better, and this is how it turned out. I have to click over beginning of the clip, which is right there. I think I can. No, can I make this a smaller clip? There we go. Awesome. So yeah, this is how the clip turned out. So I don't think that turned out too bad. Um, I mainly wanted to have fun with these hits that I created. Which hearing them now, they're a little too crunchy, but that's besides the point. Um, but there's those hits, and then there's this like gore layer of like blood and stuff. It's pretty low in the mix, but it helps kind of blend between things. I could probably deal with putting it up a bit louder. Let's see what it's like at there. Yeah, that's like way too loud, right? Let's bring it back down. It's at like negative 24 there. I know there's a way to change these knobs to like sliders, but I only know how to do it on an individual track basis and not as like a default track. But that's something I need to figure out on my own, I think. Um, what else? Oh, yeah, there's these whooshes as well, which are just some pretty simple whooshes that I have from my library, which is not there. Um, but what does that hide? That hides something. There we go. It's Command Control M I have for my Media Explorer right there. We're gonna make our video window a bit smaller and put it right there. But in my my wishes, I have these supermassive wishes that I made. And so I used those and then pitched them up a bit to get that going. Something I've done before, and I mainly use them in my big Demon Souls redesign. That's what it was, because I saw someone else redesigning it, and I was like, wow, I just got some wishes that would fit that perfectly. Oh, and there's also this little like thing, the grab at the end, which I think turned out probably the best out of everything. But yeah, I just wanted to show that really fast, to be like, yeah, look, I'm using Reaper now. And so let's open up the Genshin Impact redesign. Yes. So there's not much here, which is fine. I mainly wanted to just get started on this to see what it was like using Reaper, and then actually like save a lot of the bulk of it for on stream anyways. Which, by the way, we're only gonna be streaming about an hour today. I have to go to work early, so that is the thing that is happening. Yeah, where was I with this? Okay, so we're having this kind of rock pillar fall to the ground. Okay, that works. Why is the icon for that so big? Why is the icon for that so big? I mean, I don't need to use it, but there's no volume. Let me just make a new track. That's rather odd. I think if I do this, there we go. I have to like, some of the commands are like command option control and then a key, which is just, that's too many keys for me. But I think what we need now for this is an impact, and I'm gonna name this rock pillar ability. I like that I can see what it looks like up here at the top. I wish I could select things. I know I can do that, but I always forget. But like this up here, this little preview is super cool. I like it a lot. But that definitely has room for an impact. So I wish I could just something like that. There we go. Oh, and it's not the same color. Okay. Well, let's just add like 5 tracks and then do this thing again. I wish there was a way to keep it the same color. Either way. I'm sure it's a setting for when I create a new track in a folder that it automatically colors it. Maybe there's like a macro or something. So much stuff that I've seen for Reaper is like setting up macros, which is so insane to me. But either way, let's grab some impacts. Well, hello. Dropping an ooh woo in my chat. How brash. I should make that like a channel points reward where you have to pay to ooh woo in my chat. Oh, the hydrate here. I'll hydrate on purpose for that. I made sure to fill up my water bottle and everything for it because I was prepared for it. So let me open up the Media Explorer, and I want something kind of large feeling. I have a directory here for my Ableton samples, which I am very happy that I have because I have all these kick drums now. Kind of like that one. I like that kick. It's kind of cool with the bit crush bit on it. I kind of like this one actually. It's not as distorted as the other one. So let's drop it there because that should be a point of impact. Oh, it comes out of the ground. Oh, well, now this is a whole different thing. I totally thought it fell from the sky. Well, now we need to change this completely. Okay. Well, let me turn down the volume of this. Also, Kai, if you know anything about how to like change these knobs, because I know you use Reaper a lot, change these knobs to like a slider or like a number, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. I don't know if I can right click it. That just brings up the sends, or I guess this. Track layout. Right click this. This is just the send stuff. Oh, track layout. Track layout. Okay, I'm at track layout. I'll wait for your message then. Track panel. Is it like I hate that they're just called A, B, and C. I don't know which one it is. I'll just see. So A, I think is still the knob. B, there we go. So B is the slider. But then if I make a new track, it's the knob again. So I wonder if I can like is that track layout? I can't just Akash did cover it somewhere, but he didn't cover how to make it like your default track. And in his tutorial, he had it as his default. So I'm just like, how do I do it? It's track layout default. Okay, so it doesn't set it as the default. If I go to track layout B, I like this a lot better. I don't know what C even is though, but we might as well check. Oh, hate that. Track layout B. And then is there like screen sets and layouts? Click on the layouts tab, then select track panel drop down from the list. So if I okay, this will be the only thing that I try and figure out on stream. View. Oh, view. Got it. View, screen sets, and layouts. Okay, then I've got that over here. Then you said click on the layouts tab, which I'm already on. Select track panel from the top, the drop down. Oh, bless. Okay, thank God. Nice. I didn't even know. Okay. Oh, nice. Thank goodness. This is so much better for my brain to look at. I wish it was a number still, like in Ableton, because that fits my brain a lot better, but this at least is a lot more useful. Okay, so let's bring that kick way down. So this whoosh, I think, can be reversed. Bring this over here. What did I set as my reverse? Item reverse, or toggle reverse take is Control R. Okay. Have some water? Yeah, that's a good reward for figuring that one out. All right, feeling good about that. Oh, Control R, not Command R. There we go. So let's get that forward a bit. And what about this one? What if we reverse that one as well? Oh, excuse me. I want to bring that down quite a bit, I think. So then now... So this stuff I don't need. And maybe I can fiddle with these fades a bit so it fades out the other way. Oh my god, Reaper. There we go. That needs to go there. This could be a bit early, I think. A bit too early. Let's get rid of that time selection. This is weird to me. This is like a whole new world. So it pops out of the ground right there. So at the start of this kick, I have it in the right spot. So we reverse this again and then just crop it. So it's like this. Okay, and this definitely needs like, yes, delete that track. What's it called? It definitely needs like a rocky impact kind of thing. So try and get that going. But I'm gonna add a folder for those whooshes. And then I want these tracks outside of that folder. So that I can minimize that, and then let me put these into a new folder as well. And then drag that in there. Okay, this is so weird to me, but fine. Oh man, I'm sure I'll get it. And I know in track color under the SWS stuff I can set children to the same color. Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so that's at least good. This is going to be rock layer, and this is going to be, oops. This is going to be the whoosh layer. It's rough because Command R is to rename a track in Ableton. So doing it in here, it's just like, oh, you wanted to record, but I didn't. I guess we can call this impact since the kick is in there. Okay. Well, let's grab some rocky sounds then and just sort of make that impact. I feel like that'll be a good goal for this hour. Let's go back to audio recordings, nature sounds. Oh, right, I designed some of the stuff. So let's do that. Let's I have to actually respond to this text. Okay. There you go. So then in this, I don't want to do that. I double click things to like bring it up on the bottom there. Were you trying out Reaper for the first time? Yes. I've fiddled with it a little bit, at least to get it so I can stream. But I have not done many redesigns. I've only done one, and it was very quick. It was a small thing, but yeah. So I'm learning Reaper here from usually using Ableton, and it's quite the journey that I'm going on right now. Let's go with that. So let's grab that one. Are you a seasoned Reaper user yourself? Because I could use all the help I can get. I don't think that needs to fade out for that long. But I do want to turn that off. Maybe stretch this out a little bit. Yep, oh, nice. Oops, I don't want to get rid of that fade. I wanted to change the fade. I'm hitting Option, I think, instead of Command. There we go. Best thing about Reaper is if you don't like how something is by default, you can change it. Yeah, that's what I've been noticing is like really nice, is you can just edit the crap out of it. The only thing is like the defaults are just like really bad. So when I'm trying to work in it, it's just like, oh, I need to take so much time and get it to have all the Ableton shortcuts, which I've started doing. So if you're used to using Ableton shortcuts, you can change all the shortcuts to what you're used to. I started doing that. It's a little weird because like a lot of the shortcuts are used for other things, and I don't want to be like, what if I need that later? What if I need that later? But I think after a little bit, I'll try to learn to be a little bit less precious, and if I need something, I'll just add another shortcut for later. But like splitting things is now Command E instead of, I think it was like S before, because that's just what it was in Ableton. Okay, I like how that sounds. I like that I can scroll through clips like this though. This is kind of fun. Let's go to like this one. See what this sounds like. A lot of the things that I find in Reaper that I want changed though are a lot of like project settings type things. Like when I solo stuff, I wanted to unsolo everything else, but I can like solo multiple things. But I set up a hotkey to unsolo everything, so I can try and get used to that. Let's drag that one out a little bit. These together. Okay. Let's add one of these like, I kind of want to do one of the ones with the spades here. That's a good one. Let's do that one. Just for like the sound of the actual like rock pillar thing like shooting out of the ground and like breaching the surface almost. I got a whole custom toolbar of buttons for often used shortcuts and quick keys to instruments I use a lot. Makes my workflow super quick. Yeah, there's like a lot you can add shortcuts to. Like I think if I remember my shortcut correctly, I can Command Option E, or is it Command Control E? Yeah, and I can toss an EQ onto this track, which is what I wanted to do anyways. But like that's so useful that you can just do that. It's like so insanely useful. Bring that Q down a bit. But it's weird. There's like the like boom kind of sound for whenever you are not allowed to make a input or whatever. It comes out of my speakers for some reason. Oh well, I know why. It's because I have to do that. Okay. Put that after the kick and then bring that volume down on the clip a bit. Let's turn that off. And let's pitch that down just a smidge. Oh yeah, one other thing that I need to get used to is like clicking and moving the playhead around, because when you click on a clip in Ableton, it just puts the playhead at the beginning of the clip. And I've seen people online just put together macros for that, but that's a lot of effort for me, and I'd rather just learn to do it the way that it's already in the DAW set as. Okay, I like that. I think it could use one more though, and I might want to. Oh, I put the EQ on the. I did. I put the EQ on the clip instead of the track. I guess that's fine. Oops, I don't want that one. I don't want that. Okay, that's good. We can just leave the effect on the clip there. That's another one of my favorite features, is that you can add effects to individual clips instead of the whole track. It's a really cool feature. I am excited to figure out how to use that, because it sounds infinitely nicer than like having to make an individual track for some things, or like when one thing on the track is a little too bassy or whatever. You don't have to like automate it. You can just add the effect to the track. That sounds super nice to me. Let's do this one as well. I kind of want to layer it with something else, so let's add the EQ. I will add the EQ to this track instead, because now I still want, whoops, should fade out that bit in there. My bad with the editing on this. And then turn that off so that we can pitch this down. Maybe not that much. Cool, that works for me. Yeah, that works. I kind of want to. What do I kind of want to do? I kind of want to make this a little beefier impact. Well, I mean, I'm not done with it. I shouldn't do this just yet. Let me add some more rock stuff, because I've got that stuff down. I'm pretty sure you can turn off preserve pitch and default by default in preferences if you're more used to how Ableton does stretching and pitching. Let me find that. Edit. I always forget where preferences are. Options, preferences. There it is. Let's see if I can just find like pitch. Is it under preserve? It is not. So maybe it's under like project settings instead. Control P is the default shortcut for preferences. I'm pretty sure that is correct for, yeah. So that's for PC. I'm on a Mac, so it'd be command comma for me. I don't think command P does anything. Yeah, it doesn't. I should remember that. But yeah, I'm on a Mac, so all my keys are gonna be super weird. I have stuff that's like command option control and stuff like that. I'm a sicko and I have too many things I want to bind to keys. I was just in preferences. I wanted project settings. It's probably called something with like item, actually. I'll find it. I'll figure it out later. Because I don't want to spend like a million hours trying to find it on stream. I'll do one quick Google search. Preserve pitch Reaper setting. Let's just see how that works. Here we go. A Reddit post. Preserve pitch when changing rate off by default. This is in the project settings. So if yours is different, you have to make this default. The button is on the bottom right. Okay. And this Dropbox was deleted. Okay. Okay, that didn't even solve it for this person. That's fine. Okay, I'll figure it out later. This? Maybe we want this to be even higher, actually. This is like a little like snap as it comes out. We can probably bring those down a bit in volume. You spent some time on YouTube with Reaper Master Kenny. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gioa? He's like the #1 Reaper resource. I probably have seen a couple videos. Let me just make sure. Actually, I don't think I have. Oh, no, wait. Yes, I have. I remember. Oh my gosh. I have seen this. I've seen this channel a couple of times, and it's been very, very useful. So I'll dig around in there, I think. That'll be good. It's Joya. Okay. That is a lot more understandable than what I said. I think I want some of these. That's always a good one. I'm gonna actually scooch these ones forward so these transients all aren't like on top of one another, because I don't think I even want the transient from that one. But this one might be worth having a little more forward, and this one can be on top of the what's it called? The kick drum. Let's add, oops, my thing is over here. There we go. Cool. Let's add an instance of equal. This definitely has low end that I do not need. But but it could deal with a little bit of a boost, maybe in the 1K range there, or 100 hertz range. Yeah, about there is good. You can bring that down volume-wise. I like the transient in there. I am going to actually add in front of that an instance of decapitator. And you know what? I'm going to make a folder for this. Do that. I'm a weirdo, and I have just like 8 million groups within groups within groups. All my stuff. Can I just move the effects onto there? What? That's insane. That's so nice. I can just do that. Let's remove the effects from there. That was cool. I could just copy the effects like that. That's so fun. Okay, awesome. And I'm actually going to make a couple tracks in there. Oh. Reaper is great for groups on groups on groups. Move effects onto a single audio file on a track too. Oh, like you can just move it like that too? That's fun. That's super fun. I like how Reaper doesn't explode my computer too, like Ableton does. That's quite handy that it doesn't make my fans prepare for liftoff like it usually would with Ableton. I'm going to move the kick drum down so I can see it while I'm working a bit better. But I do want to add an instance of Devil Lock onto here as well. We'll do like 10% on the mix and just a little bit on those. I find that that really brings a lot of aggression to things. I would like to grab these and move them down. We can actually get rid of those tracks there. Make that. I need to solo this. This could probably be this could probably do with being cropped a bit. Does it need to be cropped? I think it just might need to be scooched back a bit. I kind of like that. It just needs to be, I think, compressed a smidge. I think M compressor is the thing. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had to freeze and flatten anything in ages with Reaper. Oh man, I do that all the time in Ableton. Like if you have like 5 MIDI tracks, your CPU usage just like quickly jumps to like 20%. It's insane. But let's flatten this out a bit. It was this. Okay. And let's just crop that so we're not getting a bunch of noise from Devil Lock. Same with this. Fade that out. Let's add in a couple of tracks there. I like that one. We're going to put that there and turn that off. Unsolo stuff, and we're going to pitch this up a bit. So it has a bit more of just a sharper impact to it. Sharper feeling impact, that is. That way all of this together can recolor. Cool, and let's actually add some transient designing on it. Cool. bring this down. Yeah, I like that being more subtle than anything. Ah, so I hold control for fine tuning these. Good to know. It's Shift and Ableton. So bring that down. Well, ooh, I like that actually better where it was. I wonder if we scooch this forward. Scooch it back. Actually like that as well. Let's grab another kick drum though. And I want to do this one. And then I'm gonna want to just turn down some of the lows on there with a low shelf. Just so it's not so oomphy. Because we don't need this one to really punch too much. But I kind of want like a double transient kind of thing. I need this one. I mean, this one. There we go. Let's just low shelf around 100. Like 3 dB. That should be fine. A bit more. Yeah, that works. Then that with this. Okay, is that clipping? No, but it's getting pretty darn close. These could probably do with being scooched forward a bit. This sound not need to drag on for that long. Could probably be a bit louder as well. Okay. I think where are the whooshes? Those are down here. But those are also in the impact group. Oof. I think what I want to do to fix that is close that one. Bring that down like that. And then now I can drag it in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. So, got a whoosh. We've got an impact, which could probably not be as long with this little guy in there. Probably couldn't hurt to have something a little bit more debris-y in there. Make this bigger. I think it's just that. Oopsie. I can set this to a random color by doing that and then that. There we go. So on this, I know that I have in my audio recordings, I have some designed debris as well. Yeah, this stuff, which works really, really, really nicely. Let's just see how this sounds. Definitely doesn't need to be that long. Let's just make that a bit shorter. And scroll it a bit. Go down a bit in volume. And actually, I want to dirty it up a bit with Decapitator. This rockfall sound doesn't fit very well. That's kind of a fade. With the whoosh. Okay, that fits a little nicer. In the impact down here. Whoops. Or actually in here. I would like to add some white noise. Which would be down in here. Just that would be perfect. I need to make more little like clips of white noise because I use it all the time. But it's so useful. Okay. So then this paired with the kick drum. Scooch those forward. Doesn't need to be as loud. What if we nudged those back over there and then just took everything here, scooched it forward quite a bit? Loses a lot of its punchiness though. This feels like it's lacking a lot of like upper frequency content. Like almost like it needs like a wood breaking kind of sound, like a wood snap. Weirdly enough. Let's try that. So wood sounds. Let's do that first one in there. Because the metal in those, I don't really, in these other hits, I don't like that much. What if we double locked this? And then EQ'd it. Equal. You have some more high frequency content. Let's clean it up a little bit. Sure, that works. Without it. With it. Yeah, that helps a lot actually. Cool, I'm glad that worked. Okay. Now on the whole thing, I do want to EQ it first. So it has a little bit more high frequency stuff. But not a bunch. Let's clean up the low mids a bit. 300. Okay. I like to add a little bit of saturation, and I'll do that before the EQ. too much. Let's add some transient shaping. You can still keep some of that sustain. And then a bit of compression after that. Let's do a longer release on that. I don't want it to be too undynamic. But about there should be good. Cool. That feels okay to me. It will not need to be that loud for the overall redesign. I wanted those effects on here, actually. These can all go by. I wish there was like a dry wet setting for this. Okay, that feels okay, I think. So like the whole bit is like he walks over here. I think some of this brick debris doesn't need to be so long. And shorten that up. Cool. It feels like he's hitting a truck. Now that I hear it, it feels like he's taking a baseball bat and just like whacking the side of a dumpster, which is, I guess, not really what we're looking for. But we made good progress. We're at our time limit for today. But we've left off on a good note, I think. So we've got a good first version of this specific hit. There's a whole bunch to the clip as well, like that I want to do. Like he walks over here, it pulses, swings at this thing so that it opens up, and it goes like, and it's like beep beep. I'm a robot. Shoots another thing out of there. There's this big ass meteor that just goes, and then he's stuck. And then there's another pillar. This robot does its thing. There's all these attacks and whatnot. It's a long clip. So we'll see how this goes. There's a lot of the same sounds though, like a lot of these basic attacks. A lot of just these robot moves are the things that'll take a while, but there's that big like pulse move. Yeah, this. Oh, and it dies. There's a good handful of things in there that we can do. So this is just a start. But it needs to feel more like earth breaking, which I think is more due to let me undo this. think it's more due to the fact that our whooshes might be making that sound. Like we mute them. So we might need to find different whooshes. Or at least EQ them in a way, get them to sound different. Because these are a bit too cinematic almost. They have that metallic resonance sound, especially this one here. I think this one and this one need to get replaced with something a little bit maybe more noisy than anything, which I've got ideas for, but we'll get to that in the next stream. Thank you so much to everyone who came out today. I really appreciate it. Even if you're here for a few seconds, a few minutes, or even the entirety of the stream. Thanks for bearing with me with figuring out Reaper. I'm going to get quicker with it, I promise. There's a chance I might fiddle with this off stream as well. Pretty low chance, but a chance nonetheless, where I fiddle with this off stream and try and get it going. So this will be good. This will be a good time. Yeah, Cole, you missed the stream. Usually, I mean, I would go for another hour, but I do have to leave for work early. So unfortunately, I have to cut it short. I don't think I'll be able to stream again this week, but I'll be back on Monday again. I'll probably start streaming a little, like an hour earlier, to account for going to work earlier, just so I can get the full 2 hours in. That way we can actually make a bunch of progress. But especially because I'll need the time with working in Reaper now. But yeah, we'll be doing this for a little while. We finished up that League of Legends redesign, so now we get to move on to something new and exciting. And I'm excited to see how this pans out. We probably will have some intermediary breaks and like fun kinds of streams and whatnot. I think I want to make this, now that I'm just having a thought as well, I think I want to add something resonant to this because it's kind of boring. It needs to have like a bing or something when it comes out of the ground. Either way, I'll hopefully remember that for the next time. Let me make a track actually, and we'll just call it like ringing noise, just so I know that for later. Hold on. There we go. Now I've got a group for it. Cool, or a folder. Awesome. That'll be where we pick up next time. Thanks so much again for everyone to come out, or thanks so much for everyone who came out today. And I'll be back next week. Bye. 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 And bye.